Right, John Hollenhorst, thanks.
Paul Allen knew he could face the death penalty if caught and convicted for his wife's murder, so he wanted his hired killer to disguise it as a robbery gone bad. Now, that was the testimony today from the confessed middleman in the plot. Court specialist Craig Wall is covering the preliminary hearing and joins us live now from the courthouse in Farmington. Craig, when was this plan allegedly hatched?
Well, Bruce, testimony today indicated nearly a year before Jill Allen's murder in August of 1996. The confessed middleman in the plot, Joey Wright, testified Paul Allen offered him $30,000 to find someone to kill his wife.
He is the only person in the three defendants that can link both the murderer, George Anthony Taylor, and Paul Allen together.
Because of that, Joey Wright is the prosecution's star witness. He testified Paul Allen paid him $3,500 up front and gave him keys to Jill Allen's car and the apartment to facilitate one of three different plans for murdering Jill. The original idea was to shoot her outside the apartment and make it look like a robbery gone bad. Under the second plan, George Taylor, the confessed killer, was to murder Jill in her own car. The third idea was to shoot Jill in the apartment.
And it's a shame that we have predators out there who would even consider this for any amount of money.
As time dragged on and the plot wasn't carried out, Wright said Paul Allen became impatient. According to Wright, Allen would complain that he needed it done now, that he would repeat over and over again, "You don't have to live with her." Wright testified Allen also demanded, "If you're not going to do it, I want my money back." Wright said Allen only actually paid him $14,000 to $16,000. He said he kept about $5,600 and paid the rest to George Taylor. For Jill Allen's family, the testimony was tough to listen to.
There's a lot of description and things that stir your emotions and get you quite angry inside, but still, you still have to control yourself through this thing. That's all there is to it.
Now, the preliminary hearing should continue and wrap up tomorrow with testimony from George Anthony Taylor, the man who's confessed to actually carrying out the crime. Back to you.
Thank you, Craig Wall in Farmington.
A drunk driver...
Join us tonight after the movie. Jay Wright's a live update.
Plus, more snow is on its way. I'll tell you when it will get here right after the movie.
Fox 13 News is next. Next on Fox 13 News at 9.
Did Paul Allen use his wife's wedding ring to murder? Hear the compelling testimony next on Fox 13 News at 9.
Go ahead.
A little bit.
The Salt Lake City Council takes new action tonight on a gay rights law they just passed.
Another cold night on tap. I'll tell you how cold it will get live from the weather port.
Plus, a prominent Utahn is considering a run for president.
It's all next on News 4 Utah.
I'm on an off flight when suddenly, terrible heartburn. The guy in the next seat says, "Here, try Zantac 75. Thanks, I say. You know, maybe I ought to see a doctor about this heartburn. He says, "You just did."
The medicine in Zantac 75.
Ford truck or two, crazy Ford truck. I'm crazy about a Ford truck. Gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road. I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
For the last 50 years, there's only been one truck built Ford tough.
Excuse me, is the seat taken?
With the power of new Visa Platinum, you can rent a villa in St. Bart's, while away the long tropical days, sharing Coquille St. Jacques with Nastasia Kinski. Of course,
You're fired.
you'd lose your job.